This is bonus content for the Spies Like Us podcast. It is a commentary track for the Man from U.N.C.L.E. TV series Season 3, Episode 1, The Her Master's Voice Affair. It is a commentary track without the video, so you will need to have the TV episode to properly enjoy it. One place to get that is at Amazon Prime Video for $1.99. No sign up required. If the sync seems off by a couple seconds, don't try too hard to fix it. I have to admit, we didn't do this quite perfectly. But I do think it holds up pretty well, and if you're diehard enough to have gotten this far, I don't think you're going to mind that it's not synced quite perfectly. This bonus content can stand alone without listening to our Spies Like Us podcast episodes about the Man from U.N.C.L.E. But if you do enjoy this, please also be on the lookout for our next podcast episode, in which we will be discussing this particular episode of The Man from U.N.C.L.E. in more detail. And here we go. And we are recording.
Okay.
And I'm looking at, this is what I'm seeing on my screen. When I press, I play the episode and I pause right away, is I see this like globe image.
Yeah, with a man with a gun standing next to it.
Yeah, it's about to expand out. So if we're ready to go,
Yeah.
then
I think the first scene is at an airport.
Right. We're all ready to hit play on one. Okay. When I say 3, 2, 1.
Okay. You got the airport yet?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Newspaper guy, clearly suspicious. What's up? I love it.
That's
he's reading a newspaper with his sunglasses on. What the hell?
Yeah.
Are we doing Mystery Science Theater or what?
Oh yeah. Well, we're not trying. I mean, we're enjoying watching the movie.
Yeah, I just tease it. Yeah. See, in those hats, obviously those hats would be out in a few years, but it's kind of like a holdover from the 50s, those hats.
Yeah.
I love the music. Hear that Hammond organ?
And that's Robert Vaughn.
Yeah.
Who he has such a classic face that when I looked him up, I was surprised that I don't know him from anything except like one Superman movie.
Well, Bullet. Have you ever seen the great movie with Steve McQueen, Bullet?
Just the one time.
Okay. He's the kind of slimy politician in it.
All right. What's happening here?
That's Ilya, undercover as a cab driver. And Napoleon's telling him to stay there.
Why are they delivering milk in the dead of night?
Well, he played like a music box thing and then dropped the milk off and then ran to the back.
And that's key. It's going to be Brahms' lullaby. It's a hypnotic tone. When these girls hear it, they're diplomats' daughters at this girls' school. And when they hear it, they become hypnotized.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't know if delivering milk in the middle of the night is a good cover.
I would call that -5 points.
Would have been a little suspicious. Yeah. See those guns with a silence or with that silencer that had definite sound. In the first year they used Lugers.
Oh wow. That's a tiny silencer.
See, she's hypnotized by the lullaby. And this music I love. Hear the bongos?
Yeah.
So yeah, Dave, Fred was. See, what happens here is this is the year that Batman came out, and Batman was such a
Uh-huh.
super hit that at this point the show is trying to capture some campy Batman energy.
Oh yeah, I can tell from the action.
Yeah. And hear the Brahms lullaby now in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Now here's the great music. Listen to this. The sax
Uh-huh.
sounds like Bobby P
All right.
from the Stones.
This is and again, oh yeah, this is Jerry Goldsmith.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, but
wait,
he didn't
but
like,
this is modified.
yes. Yeah, he didn't like the jazzy rock and roll turn it would take for this season and before.
And Dave, apparently that David McCallum guy just turned into like a massive sex symbol. Like he was actually kind of a much more secondary character in the first season, but he got so much fan response from young women that they had to like bring him up to the fore.
Oh, I see.
He was even though he's a little too old to be in them, he was in a lot of those teen magazines like Tiger Beat and 16. And his hair would grow longer as the 60s went along in kind of like a Beatles kind of mode. That's Alexander Waverly. He's the head of U.N.C.L.E, and he played in many Hitchcock, like 6 Hitchcock movies. He also played, I think, Jacob Marley in one of the Christmas carols. But yeah. So Todd, if you're a Hitchcock fan, you should recognize him as because like I say, I think I read he was in 6 Hitchcock movies. British, great actor. And then Hugh Grant plays Mr. Waverly in the movie that came out a few years ago. So you guys know Ducky, right? From
I
U.N.C.L.E.
don't. What's with the numbers?
That's their numbers when they're inside U.N.C.L.E. headquarters.
And how does that, like, what do those signify?
Well, even the guests, like those 2 are guests right there, the Asian people. So everybody, even if they're a guest, has to wear them, including the agents. They're talking about the school. So Ducky, it's weird for me to see David McCallum as an old man in an eccentric old man in NCIS.
Oh, he's got some nice blue eyes.
Yeah. And here he's this dashing kind of sex symbol in the 60s, and to see him as sort of a doddering, eccentric old man in NCIS is weird. Now there's the school. And she's a famous actress. I don't know what her name is. But a lot of Joan Crawford, a lot of great actors.
This is a little creeper. Or it's just like they're much younger ladies than you're used to.
Yeah, well, when you see the girls in the girls' school, they're young. But this is the old lady that runs the school, and Robert Vaughn is infiltrating it. He just died a couple years ago. He was in the Magnificent Seven too. Robert Vaughn was with Steve McQueen and Ernest Borgnine and Yul Brynner. You know that famous Western, Magnificent Seven?
Yes. It was based on Seven Samurai?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he was quite an accomplished actor. So was McCallum. In The Great Escape, I was telling Todd he was in The Great Escape along with Steve McQueen and Charles Bronson and so many others.
Hold on, it sounds like Todd's talking, but Todd, I can't hear you.
We lost Todd?
Yeah, it looks like we lost Todd. He said he's coming back in.
Oh. Okay, so here's the girls' school. and they're all daughters of diplomats, important people in the country. So you can see why Thrush would want.
Are they like eyeing him? And these are supposed to be high school girls?
Yeah, yeah,
This is pretty creeper.
yeah, yeah. I could see if it was Elia, McCallum, but look at he's got his helmet on too. So yeah.
Okay, so I got a little desynced from you guys. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Right now they're introducing to the volleyball team.
Yeah.
Well, these are the girls at this fancy girls' school, and they're diplomats' daughters. So Thrush wants influence, wants to hypnotize them and get all the secrets from their fathers. So when they play that Brahms lullaby, they go into this hypnotic Stepford girls kind of a thing.
That's funny. That new movie with what's his name was kind of the same idea, but without the science fiction, without the hypnotism. Mm-hmm. The Eddie Izzard movie that just came out that everyone says is not good.
This guy, like, is central casting bad guy. What do you see when he gets out of the car? And Thrush, of course, is like Spectre was in James Bond. Thrush is the evil organization in Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Yeah, they were not at all ashamed. In fact, they're driving the truck right into the James Bond.
And yet they'll tell you
warehouse.
But they'll tell you that they started before in '64. The Man from U.N.C.L.E. hit the screens, I believe, before James Bond did.
Well, no, James Bond is 1961.
Oh, okay, all right. Oh, I don't know what it was. They said they did.
But The Man from U.N.C.L.E. is the first, like they were first on the getting on the spot of like, we got to cash in on this. And then it just explodes after this, like after the 60s, like, oh my God, everyone's doing spy stuff. Even the Flintstones. Did you know the first Flintstones movie in the 60s was the man?
Our Man Flintstone.
Oh yeah.
Which is a spoof on Our Man Flint.
Right.
Yeah.
James Coburn. And then Dean Martin even did Matt Helm movies. Do you remember those? Have you ever heard of those?
No.
Yeah. Dean Martin played Matt Helm. They were books, and he was a James Bond kind of actor too. And then there was a spoof of Tom and Jerry called The Mouse from Hunger, which was a spoof on U.N.C.L.E. too.
Does Robert Vaughn get like super creepy with the women like Sean Connery does?
Yeah, but
it's the Milkman.
Yeah, Sammy Suave kind of way.
Oh,
and yeah, look at this. Ooh, the Milkman, right?
Yeah.
So maybe I missed it, but was there a credit sequence like after the very first part?
I'm not sure.
Okay. David, do you know this guy's full name? Our hero? Napoleon Solo. How good is that?
And tell him who came up with it.
Oh my God, this keeps just getting creepier and creepier. This dude just comes to the school to look at the young chicks.
Yeah. Oh yeah, here comes the.
Oh, you fucking twirl your mustache. So hard.
This is getting to be like Mystery Science Theater. Us sitting here making fun of it.
I'm down with that. It's an experiment. I'm having fun. I hope the audience is enjoying it as well. I hope they all like hit play at the same time as us. This could be a new thing. I don't know yet.
CBS did a Return of the Man from U.N.C.L.E. in the early 80s. Did you know that?
Oh, he's trying to flip Solo. I see.
How do I explain this? Robert Vaughn is doing some really great teeth acting.
Yeah. But they brought them back, and the CBS did a Return of the Man from U.N.C.L.E. and they brought back McCallum and Vaughn, and they did a made-for-TV version of it. But it didn't. The big complaint about it was they were apart for a lot of it, so they didn't have the chemistry.
So what's Solo's cover here? Like, what is his pretense?
He's like a safari adventurer who's just checking the school out.
Like a wealthy guy. Oh, that might want to put his daughter in the school.
Yeah,
that would be a good cover.
Yeah. Yeah. The daughters of cabinet members and prime ministers. Oh, here comes the music. But it switches to the lullaby.
Ah. Why do we even have that record?
Pay no attention to the man behind those curtains. Something fishy. Okay, here's Ilya. So in that The Man from U.N.C.L.E. movie with Armie Hammer, there's a similar scene where he has to watch this girl, just like Ilya is here. So I'm thinking they looked at some of the old episodes and tried to recreate some of the scenes. In the Armie Hammer one, he has to watch Gabby, who would later turn out to be the girl from U.N.C.L.E. He has to kind of be with her in the same way Ilya is with this girl. I just happened to notice that in the movie, which tells me Guy Ritchie did his homework. You can see why the women loved Ilya.
He is pretty sexy. Subtext.
Serious. What is up with all these like? Oh my god! I'm waiting for the porn to start.
Oh, David, I just heard of a new podcast where they review the non-sex parts of porn movies.
Are you serious?
Like they just talk about the plot part.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. See those communicators? Open shit. See, they look like tire gauges.
Yeah.
And they've always said open channel D, overseas relay. That's how they communicate. They were more in the first season. They were more like cigarette lighters.
Oh, so they got all the cottages and rooms bugged.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and it looks like old lady McKinnigan, whatever, is in on it too, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah. I was telling Todd that it was pretty, progressive maybe of them to team a Russian at the height of the Cold War in this international spy organization.
For sure. And this is 2 years before they put Chekhov on Star Trek, at least 2 years. And I really think like Star Trek maybe gets too much credit for doing that. When looking at the history here, it looks very obvious that putting Chekhov on Star Trek looks like a direct play to try to grab some of that sex appeal from the Ilya character from The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
That could be.
I think so.
When you look at the whole crew of Star Trek, though, they even went that much further because of how multi-ethnic they were. Way ahead of their time in that way. They really took it to the next level, I think, though. Don't you think? The whole crew?
Yeah, it's the first interracial kiss.
Yeah.
In TV or film, I believe.
I mean, Scotty and Chekhov and Uhuru and
yeah,
isn't that her name?
Uhura.
Yeah. Okay. Did
so
you ever
see from one night and she's already in love with him?
I like these transitions. The little blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I like it.
He hypnotized her without the music.
Right.
So meanwhile, back at the
she's
ranch,
not even looking at the game, and she's got him in check. I love it.
Did you ever see the Saturday Night Live spoof when what's his name? James Captain Kirk. What's his real name?
Shatner.
Yeah, when he does a spoof of himself going to a Trekkie convention.
Oh yeah, it's
my
classic,
God,
classic SNL.
And that's way before there were Trekkie conventions or any of those kind of a thing.
He's not even paying attention to the delivery. Worst bodyguard ever.
And this is definitely like the era of fighting where it's really on the actor that's getting hit is the one that needs to sell the punch. It's not the person throwing the punch. They can just wave their hand in front of you, but you got to act like you're just like, ah.
Yep.
That could leave a bruise.
See the campiness here too. But
wah, wah.
Uh-oh.
What do you think so far, Dave?
It's different. I'm kind of digging it.
Are you liking it more than?
I'm a little creeped out.
Right. Are you liking it more or less than Our Man Flint?
Oh, this is probably more.
Yeah, I would think so.
I remember going to those in the theater. Our Man Flint. There was In Like Flint, and Our Man Flint was the first one, but then In Like Flint was the second one.
I really like those movies, but yeah, Dave's not as big a fan.
Yeah, no, I didn't enjoy it that much.
And then the Matt Helm ones I was telling you about, Dean Martin. But those were books too, the Matt Helm. They were like pulpy paperbacks.
Oh, she's getting an axe. What is she gonna go after Solo? Is that what's going on?
Oh, with the axe. Let's do it.
She's hypnotized.
Yeah.
He is way overselling his ignorance.
Yeah.
Oh no! Wait, what?
Oh, is this a cliffhanger? Oh, okay. Oh, there's a commercial break. Oh, and she misses. Nice.
No, they come back. They always try to be witty with these act titles too.
Does he slap it? Oh, to wake her up.
Oh my god!
Oh, I get it. He's trying to wake her up.
Those slap sounds, though.
Yeah.
Did you hear the Foley?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. For emergencies. So what I think we're gonna do with this, Dave, I think we're gonna come back and rewatch this episode on our own, purely on a tradecraft perspective.
Oh, okay.
Because the questions I have to ask, like right now, I would have to pause, and I don't want to do that to the audience.
Right.
Like what was his plan? Like just hang out until someone tried to kill me with an axe?
Right. I see.
I love that whole British headmistress thing of like, you may do this, like I will allow it, but it's actually you're gonna fucking do it.
Right.
You know, instead of saying go to your room, it's like, I will permit you to go to your room now. Oh my god, I want one. Oh, that record player is filling me with a longing.
And this is also in the Guy Ritchie movie where Armie Hammer playing McCollum. They play this music and she starts dancing. This isn't the right version of Brahms' Lullaby. It's Brahms' Lullaby, but it's not the right version. That's why she's
the music box one.
Yeah. That's why she's not reacting.
See, I see this as campy, but you know, Get Smart is a different kind of animal.
Yeah. It's a more of a, yeah, that's more of a sitcom, slapstick, written by Mel Brooks and Buck Henry too.
Mm-hmm. Like, this is not jokes, it's just schlock.
Yeah. Well, they have some back and forth, you know, buddy chemistry too in some of the episodes.
Oh my god. This just keeps getting creeper and creeper. Like an old man fantasy that like some 16-year-old is just like all on your junk. Oh, he's gonna give her a spanking. Oh my god. This is the worst.
Fetish.
And he's actually gonna do it. Oh my god, this is the worst. Seriously, when is the porn starting?
It does, right. There's a reason I brought that up.
Saved by the Bell.
Oh, how did you know? I mean, I do like the fact that they're splitting up and tackling it from two different angles. They're sending Solo in to investigate the school while Ilya is focused on trying to analyze what's happening with one of the subjects that's been extracted.
Yeah.
I'll give that some plus 5 points.
Yeah, at the beginning, her father was in the Uncle headquarters. He was the one they got at the airport, you know? the Asian man. And so that's his daughter.
I missed a couple minutes. Where is this room?
It's like a supply room or something
At the
on the
school.
campus.
Okay,
Yeah.
on the campus. All right.
Yeah.
I was getting slapped silly. I don't think it's been infiltrated by it. I think it goes straight to the top.
Thrush.
Oh, so he's hanging out at her house. Okay. Here it comes. It might just be me, but I think that I feel like maybe the 60s were a time when people were actually kind of becoming concerned about mind control.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that like the enemies that we were facing like had that capability because we're so sure of ourselves
The
as
Manchurian
Americans.
candidate. How about the Manchurian candidate?
Right. That the only way that, you know, the evil communists or whatever could possibly convince
Right.
anyone to go against American interests would be through some kind of nefarious mind control.
Good point. Good point. Yep. Yep. I think you hit on something. And that's what the Manchurian candidate was all about, which was about this time, wasn't it? Well, that was that late 50s, early 60s, wasn't it? That movie. Angela Lansbury. Yeah, the original.
Did we lose Todd again? Todd, you there?
Yeah. Todd?
I think we
Hello,
lost Todd
Todd?
again.
Oh.
Well, she just got her hypnosis through the phone. Now, what is she, walking out or something?
I think she goes back to the school.
Oh, she's sneaking out.
Yeah.
This guy's the worst bodyguard ever.
Yeah.
He doesn't pay attention to anything going on.
No. Well, just like Napoleon staring out the window all the time.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
oh my God, that car.
Worst bodyguard ever.
Hey, score. That's a big score for the villains. Nice.
Yeah.
I guess we just hit a commercial break, probably. Ah. Dave, have you ever watched any of the old Mission Impossible television series?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I
Oh,
used to
okay.
watch a couple of them.
Yeah, I would imagine you're gonna like that a lot more. I think at least like tradecraft wise, that show was very like, even though it was kind of stretching
Gadgety.
wait, what was the word you used?
Gadgety.
Oh, I was gonna say very imaginative and stretching the bounds of, you know, credulity, but at least like Mission Impossible is like all about tradecraft, I think.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think it ever got campy.
Wow. Oh, that was a great line.
Oh, he almost has to help him get the fucking gun out of
Yeah.
his holster. If I
Yeah.
was the director, I'd be like, let's get another take on that. Can you try to take the gun out looking like you know what the fuck you're doing? See, like that. Does he have a plan? Am I gonna find out at the end that he's worked something out? Because right now, I feel like the heroes are just kind of like wandering through the enemy's plot. They're not taking any. I don't know. They're not sketching out a strategy.
Yeah.
And we're getting close to the end of the episode, so he's gonna have to do something.
Oh, this is where the villains tell you their villainous plots.
Right. So they get information out of her now about her father.
It is absolutely unnecessary to have Robert Vaughn, Napoleon Solo in this room while this is going down. Minus 5 points.
Yeah. Major minus 5 points.
No, you put it down.
The blonde looks still hypnotized when you look at her eyes.
Yeah. Well, she probably is.
Yeah. Look at her. She's
Milkman. Love it. I wasn't planning on shooting the girl, sir. Oh shit. Oh shit. Start playing the music now. Now, while they have bows and swords and fucking shotguns. Play that music now. It'll be a slaughter.
It's coming.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Oh, and javelins. Subtext. Wait, what?
Wait, look at the car that Waverly and McCallum are in. It's a Jaguar XKE.
Oh my God.
Brother Targets. Throwing smoke bombs.
That is some very, very goofy sci-fi secrets.
But look at that car, that Jaguar XKE. My grandfather had one of those.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it. I love it. Boom, boom, boom. Action. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's very, very, very thrilling stuff. This, though, with him in the pool, like, I mean, he should have been dead. Oh my gosh, she's going in with a baseball bat now. You're fucked, dude.
Yeah, I don't know why he would get himself cornered in the pool. Oh, now we got a bunch of wet teenage high school girls all up in the pool with him.
Yeah.
Oh, you can see the smiles on some of their faces too, on some of the actors. Like they're just having too much fun.
Yeah. Louisville Slugger.
Wah wah.
That's convenient.
Yeah, Napoleon always gets the girl.
Oh. It's going to turn into an entirely different porn.
Yeah.
Very niche porn right here coming up.
Yeah.
So that's it.
All right, let's just let the music play a little bit.
Okay. And at the very end, it says, "We wish to thank the United Network Command for Law Enforcement," like it's a real thing.
Yeah. No, I just want to groove to the music. You
Yep.
said that was a major reason that you brought us here.
Yep.
Sexy Ilya. Look at you, buddy.
I love that nasty sax like Bobby Keys. So yeah, that's it.
Well, this was
fun.
This was really fun.
I'm glad.
It's the first time I've done this, that we've done this. And so there were times I could tell like I was slightly out of sync with you guys. And at one point in the middle, I accidentally hit escape and I had to reload the episode and kind of use buttons like the plus 10-second buttons, minus 10-second buttons to sync up with you guys. But I hope it all came out synced pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
I think the way forward here is we'll probably make this our part one, because we usually do our episodes in two parts.
Oh.
And we'll call this our part one, and then our part two, that'll be probably me and David going back and watching the episode on our own and just very specifically looking at the tradecraft and the strategic decisions that characters are making. I really want to dip in and see, because of the way the show changed so much over 4 seasons.
The first season, the first season you should check out.
Right, and to me, and also like the changes from the pilot, because this is so like close to the very beginning of the spy movie genre, and it sounds like over 4 seasons, like you can literally see them. The content producers, the studios making conscious choices of trying to dial in what do audiences really want. It sounds like season 1 and season 2 and season 3 and season 4 all have like not entirely different dynamics, but I've gotten really excited about this period in movie and TV history. And I think that Man from U.N.C.L.E. is just makes such a great case study in watching how they were trying to wrap their arms around and figure out how to package spy movie television entertainment to the public.
Right.
So I think I'm going to watch, before we do our final wrap up on this, I think I'm personally planning on watching at least one episode from each of the seasons.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, you'll see how the music changes too. The first season, like I say, is in black and white, and a lot of it's like Eastern European dictatorships and juntas, and the music is more militaristic, right? And as I say, as the seasons go on and the 60s move on, the music becomes more rock and roll, jazzy, and the hairstyles get longer. And Sonny and Cher is in one of the seasons, I think, in this season 3.
Well, this is kind of what could happen as a result of our audiences being actively reaching out to us and engaging with us, telling their opinions. It was grand experiments, and I'm really happy with the results so far. Thanks again, Fred.